Oh man. Here we go.
Back to slavery. When black people like me talk to the slaves, they didn't kill him. They sent some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master. Good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes, they ate the worst food, and they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh, yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes. Yeah. I'm a field Negro.
Yeah, man, what Malcolm said. Field Negro. Oh, dog. I guess for me it's this. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? You can state that opinion. However, when there are tangible sources to refute what you're saying, and because of your deep convictions of because of your convictions and subscription to false claims that have been refuted, that's a mental disorder. Yeah, that's a mental disorder called delusional disorder. You can look at it. Yeah. When you hold to beliefs despite of proof, you have a disorder. But that's neither here nor there. You can believe what you want to believe. Let me sip me some tea real quick. You can believe what you want to believe. But it's just baffling how we live in a world where many think that they can just throw absurd charges on people, whether we know them or not. You know what I mean? Whether we know them or not. In my opinion, that's a character flaw that shows me who you are as a person, to where you see and you know that the information that you're spewing is incorrect and you've been wrong several times. Now let it slide. But the bashing of black males, and then when we ask and say, "Hey, you got to call it down the middle," you call it down the middle, I'm good with it. I'm not a racist person. I'm a fair person. You know what I'm saying? I shoot straight from the hip. Mello, what up? Tony C, what up? I shoot straight from the hip, man. I don't sit up here and pump fake and just champion for black folks. I champion for fairness. Statement that you guys made today really just showed me who you really are as a person. And it's cool. I can coexist with you because I work with them every day. But I meant every word I said to you, my friends. You could take that to the bank. You're not going to sit up here and down black people, and you're a black person. You have the audacity to really say to other black people, hey, do away with the history. It's okay. We're going to assimilate. That's not a cool thing. You're not supposed to assimilate. That's what Brother Malcolm was talking about. That's what racism is. Racism is a system created by white people to control the majority of melanated people on this earth. You can take this to the bank. Let me see. I want to say it was in the 1800s. Poor white immigrants and northern, just say Negroes, they all lived together. They all lived together in harmony, right? And it wasn't until the upper echelon of white people came in and convinced these Irish settlers that no, you're superior to these black people that you live around. And they got them to buy into that. And thus, bada boom, bada bang, here we are. Wow, it was a lot that was said tonight, man. But one thing I will say, you gotta let people be people. You know what I mean? And it just says a lot. I'm rolling with my people. I'm for the black folk. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win, but I'm for the black folk. I want to see the black folk win more. I mean, some asinine stuff was said, bro. My HBCU experience was priceless. I have relationships with people for a lifetime, and they may not be world renowned, but the contributions that they are making to society is amazing. Some of them are my line brothers. Some of them are my frat brothers. Some of them are just cool people. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I guess I'm to the point to where, yeah, you can say what you want to say, but it doesn't make it right. And the more you say it, and God forbid you say that around some people like myself. Come on, man. Hey, Mello, how China is in Africa right now getting resources. Come on, dog. You know, I don't think some people just, I don't know, they get their information from Google and from Chat GPT and from social media and stuff like that. Man, sometimes you got to go and read about these concepts and read and understand what's really going on. I guarantee you, they don't even understand about the 7 Mountain Mandate and what that is. Dog whistling. Yes. What that is, that's when people use certain words. I said this on a call today. They use certain words to bring you to their side. You know, it's sickening. These white Christian nationalists, it's sickening, bro. That's not God. That's the devil. That's heresy. And I'm not judging because I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. I'm just calling it what it is. We call it a spade, yo. I get it. I understand. I understand. That's what's up. Salute, Mello. I'm glad. I hope you had a good trip out there, boy. But, yeah, I get it. I understand that we are to hold our people accountable. I'm in education. I'm a firm believer in holding leadership, whatever color it is. I believe you should be accountable and hold your people accountable. But when asked how have the Caucasoids of the world, how have they contributed to some of the systemic problems that you see in America? And it's not by happenstance and it's not coincident that in many of the urban sectors it's deficient. Food deserts, no grocery stores. See, this stuff isn't this stuff, you talk about you want to look under a rock. Stop looking under things and look around you. It's the problem. You're looking down. I don't know, man. I just don't understand niggas that have the unlitigated gall to criticize black people. And I get it. I hold them accountable. But when to say, well, let's look at it from a balcony view. Let's really look at the situation. I ain't got to talk about white people. You sound like that fool that was on Corey Holcomb show. Agent. Oh, man. Fraternities or gangs. Let's talk about that. Yes, there is a parallel. But there is a difference. That's why they're named a gang and a fraternity. Do you think that three young men in 1914 in Washington, D.C., pivotal, the 1900s, early 1900s, when these young men and women were at Howard University, which is the mecca of HBCUs, they walked around with pride and dignity. They had on suits, not pants sagging, not effeminate, not none of that, not gay. Real young black men and women who came together and said, you know what, we're going to start these social groups that had, brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Camaraderie. Have there been some bad things that's gone on in these organizations? Heck yes, it has. There's been murder. There's been people being hurt. There's been fights. There's been everything that parallels with street gang culture. It has. But we're not a gang. We're not. We're above that. And I'm not going to let you diminish the work that Phi Beta Sigma has done for over 100 years. So you can miss me with that. I'm going to defend that to the end of the world. I will herald and defend it. Brother J.M. MacArthur, the first initiate, that's what he said. I believe in Phi Beta Sigma and all it represents, and I will herald and defend it. And then I don't think it's just cool that people talk about stuff they don't know about. And then there's some people, then you're talking to somebody that's in it 30 years and lets you know, no, this is the difference. And you're like, well, I'm just going to say what I want to say. That's downright ignorant. That's cool, though. You can do that because I'm going to get ignorant, too. I might. But that's stupid. That's a disorder, yo. That's a mental disorder. Then you give a definition. Cool. If we're defining things and if we're calling people who they are and what they are by definition, then, well, you got an identity crisis. You don't know who you are. So you can't play your position. You out of position. That's the problem with niggas. They don't know they don't know their identity. And whenever you don't know your identity, you find yourself susceptible to identity fraud. Oh, man. People telling you shit ain't true, and you like, well, I don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You sound ignorant. And like I said, I ain't gonna stop coming around. I don't get ran off. And I don't run people off. I can coexist with you. I just know what it is now. I know what you are now. I know exactly what you are. I know exactly what type of person you are. And I'm logical. I'm not going to internalize it. I just strategize. And it's like, it's sad, yo. You can do it. You can do it. But when other people do it, the goalpost gets moved. Or you find an excuse to kind of wiggle them like, nah, it ain't the same thing. It is the same thing. It's the exact same thing. You're a liar. That's who you are. You cool. You're witty. You're funny. You're all that. But you are also a liar. And I'm going to stand on that. Did you know a liar will have the deepest bed in hell? Get it right, yo. You can't be out here just throwing charges at people's lap. Are you serious? And it's not even about getting emotional. But that's crazy. Where I come from, both states, in Kansas and in Iraq, you just can't willy-nilly go around here making blanket statements. You be like, who are you to talk? Yeah, I said what I said about chaotic, but I also went back and found the proof about these allegations, and I didn't put charges on his lap. I just broke on an allegation that was put on him. So let's be clear. Let's be very clear. It's a difference. And it's cool to question. You're supposed to question these things, right? But the question was asked, do I believe that the United States went to the moon? I know for a fact they didn't, because I know all of the Operation Paperclip, all that. All these CIA scams and all that stuff. I've read about all of that stuff. So no, I don't think that they were. I don't. And I told her that. And you know what? Since I read it, I would be stupid to keep going around knowing that I know the truth, and to keep going around and regurgitating that they did go. And I know the truth is crazy, asinine. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that backwards. To go around the first time being like, man, they did go to the moon. They did go to the moon. And then I find some evidence that refutes that. And I still keep going around saying they did go to the moon. Yeah, I'm crazy. That's insane. That is insane to me, yo. And maybe I'm old. I don't know. But when I was young, I would have thought that was insane. I would have been like, dude, you sound stupid as hell. These people just told you what it was. These people just told you the sky was blue. You still think it's red? Nigga, what is you smoking? You're a liar. And I don't understand that. And maybe it ain't for me to understand. But like I said, I'm going to stand on it. And I respect that you mean every word you say. I respect that. So now we know where we stand. But nothing I said will be taken back. And I'm standing on that. Nothing. Not a word, yo. Enough is enough. You bashing men like 40 going north. What? Are you serious? Black men, black women. You act like you know what I mean? Like you got these white folks sausage in your throat. Stop it, man. Stop it. How can you? Man, come on, man. How can you champion? How can you run with me when you ain't against it? How does that even work? How do black people get to a place of where they could coincide together? When you've assimilated to the white supremacist culture, you're not white. These people don't give a damn about you. You're a gay conservative person. That's a unicorn. Come on. You bash these liberals, but yet you benefit from their policies. Make that make sense. If you ain't with it, don't take the handout. I don't take nothing from nobody I don't fool with. You'll never be able to hold that over my head. Never. Stop looking at things through a political lens. That's the problem, yo. That dog whistling. Certain cold words. I don't care nothing about a liberal. Yeah, I don't care nothing about a conservative. Because at the end of the day, their policies parallel and they overlap. You know what I'm saying? We've assimilated. Got to be separate like them. Can't have bipartisanship at all. No. And your value, conservatives, good family values, good Christian values. Your liberals, they just want everything to be equal. You know what I mean? Those things parallel. In a perfect world, you got to have those things to make a good human being. I would believe. But see, the despicable and the despicable things come when they try to cloak this hatred and use like the Bible and evangelicals and all that stuff. Smooth it out. I'm a Christian. So prove it. There's a lot of people that claim to be things but lack the power. There's power in being that. You know? That's where I'm from. I'm a believer. I don't think things in this world just happen by happenstance and conspiracy theories. There's no order and chaos. And everything that's going on right now is ordered. But yeah, I mean, wow. Called weird because part of my going to HBCU was the days of in living color and school day. That ain't how we talk. That's offensive to call somebody weird. It's crazy. Wow, man. It's 2026. And I really didn't have like a New Year's resolution. I'm just doing stuff. doing stuff that's beneficial, calling things down the middle. You know what I mean? Calling it down the middle. It's black or white, figuratively, not literally. It's black or white. You know what I mean? Um, Valuing my friendship. Mm. Want to see my people, want to see human beings advance, but I do want to see the advancements of black people. Sorry, I mean that's just how it is. Don't make me racist. See, that's that social emotional Trojan horse. Oh, you shouldn't feel that way. You should love everybody. I do, but I love my people more. I know what we've been through. Yeah, it's history. Yes, it is. But for some reason, there's still um, systems in place that keep my people and other marginalized people from having access to all resources. The equal contracting for developments in your city. Not everything go to like J.E. Dunn or, you know what I mean? Where are the local contractors? Where are their contracts at? Why can't they get a piece of the pie? Why does it have to be everyone in your circle? Hmm? So that's what I'm about. College access to all. The poor white trash out in rural America to the slum village niggas in ghetto America. I think everybody deserves a fair shot, regardless of, if you got more resources, get a fair shot. Or not more resources, but I'm just saying, everybody deserves a shot, man. Just be fair. Call it down the middle. We got to vote. That changes things. Um, but yeah, man. Just I can't do it. Enough is enough. Like you wasn't talking like that before Donald Trump became president. So don't assimilate now. You're doing yourself a disservice because you're not them and they're not going to accept you as them. That's crazy to me, yo. Like my boy JF, I need a little yoga. A little yoga. But yeah, man. Gotta get it together, yeah. Michelle Obama's a man. And the only thing that they you ain't seen no pap smear, you ain't seen her coochie. Who's gonna see that? Let's be real. Let's come on now. Let's be logical. Who's gonna see a picture of Michelle Obama's hoo ha to say, oh yeah, I know she was a woman. Look at that thing. Come on, man. And then your source is Joan Rivers, a cokehead comedian who had more plastic surgery done on her face. Come on, man. That lady is not a credible source at all. No medical, nothing, no proof. When I'm going through my doctoral, I'm telling you, y'all, I'll be so glad when I'm done. I could not get up in front or on any type of study board and make a blanket statement without some type of proof, sightings, case studies. I couldn't. But because I am, I have, yeah, I'm doing my dissertation around educational malpractice and can prove that the education system in the United States was built for marginalized people to either not have access or be routed to poor resource schools or be taught a different way um, than the other schools. So, for instance, secondary education, it's no way, or it's not ethical to have a public school academy, an academy in a public school system, and my son or daughter can't go there. The only way they get in is if they take a test. How sway? This is a public school. The school is being paid for by taxpayers. I, I won't test to have my son or daughter go to this school because my taxes are helping to support this education system. I'm killing them with it. Too many laws, too much duplicity. And this is, black people are brilliant. We are the original man. There's nothing without us. Nothing without black people. And not even black people. Because there's no such thing as black people. Of melanated people. Just saying, man. All these niggas be talking that mumbo jumbo, dog. It's real out here. And if you ain't got your head in the game, boy, look. Especially now. You ain't got your head in the game now. Because niggas was rapping about this stuff that's going on now about 10 years, 15 years ago. All this stuff, all this anti-black stuff, that's a plant, yo. You know, niggas too stupid to see that. It's a plant. Like salute to Rick. Me and Rick. I disagree with him to an extent because I do believe that Africans were over here, but I do believe that indigenous people of this land were here too, and they are two different phenotypes, but they coexisted. But yes, we were here before Columbus. Yeah, we were. And yes, all of us weren't slaves. That's the research that an individual would have to take the time to go and do if you really wanted to run down through your lineage and see what's up and see where you came from. And I encourage that we all do that. But we live in a time where if we could be totally divided, sick, and controlled and develop a white supremacist mind state, it's a dangerous boy, that's a dangerous mixture, man. It's already dangerous. We don't like each other as it is. Some of us don't, you know. Some of us don't. But man, I love my people. I'm team melanated. I don't despise white people. But if you one of these bogus, racist white folks and you have made that known, Oh yeah. You pump faking and using Christianity uh, like rest in peace Charlie Kirk. No, brother, you can't do that. That's not a depiction of what God is. He doesn't respect that. He doesn't. Because you're not building the kingdom. You're dividing the kingdom. How can you take data and spit it like this is the problem with black people? But then when you run into people that can regurgitate that information back to him, he's lost in the sauce. That's why he debated with kids. But I digress, man. Look, everything can't be bash the black, bash the dude. You know what I mean? There's consequences for everything. It's had enough, yo. Like, and they just think it's a but because yeah, so okay, so then bet. I like it like that. I like it like that. Cause I think I'm one of the most educated, ignorantest motherfuckers you ever gonna meet. It's like you disrespected me too many times today. And you can't say, it's emotional. No, you're offensive. The tongue is a sword. That's what the good book says. But you gotta bridle it. You gotta put a bridle in your mouth. You know what a bridle is? Bridle is what they put in the horse's mouth to control them, to steer them in the right direction. And I'm not here to say that I'm the man that's going to put a bridle in your mouth. I could care less. You can continue to make these false claims. No data, no resource, no nothing, no resource, no stats, no citations, none of that. Blanket statements, whatever. You continue to do that. Um, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. You just sound ignorant. You sound like an ignorant nigga, or just an ignorant person. Sounds ignorant. And I would hate for you to be in a situation where somebody may be cool with them people like that, man. Like I got connections with some of these people y'all be talking about. I'll be like, man, that ain't what I said when I was around. Well, that ain't what my buddy said when he was around her. Yeah, you sure? You gotta be careful, man. Put your mouth on people like that. You'll never get to where you going, even though it may seem like you on top. There's always something better. Salute to the three people watching this. But yeah, yeah. Enough is a damn enough, yo. Like, I guess you can't stop people from saying what they saying or whatever, bro. No, that's just stupid. That's just stupid, yo. That the nation has grown like social emotional says, well, you need to let that go. But it's cool when you do it. But when it's done to you, I got my opinion. It's an excuse. Excuses are tools of the incompetent used to build bridges to nowhere. I'd rather you just say you don't like black people. I'd rather you just say that. I would respect that more if you say, you know what, you're right. I don't fool with niggas. I hate niggas. I do not like my race. They need to get it together. I'd rather you say that. I call it down the middle. I don't like niggas and I don't like racist white folks. And I got some great white friends. I know that's cliche, but I do. I got some great white friends all across the United States. If I called any of them today and told them I need something, they gonna make sure I got it. But that's all about relationships, forging good relationships, being transparent, being able to have courageous conversations with somebody, understanding their perspective. And some of them are conservative as hell. And I don't even consider myself a conservative or a liberal. So let's be clear on that, because I see you like to bring that out. You liberal-minded people, that's offensive. You don't know what the hell. You're making blanket statements and you're assuming. I don't identify with no political party, Charlie. I don't even vote nationally. I haven't voted nationally in the last, I don't know, two elections, two. I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I didn't vote for Hillary and Donald. I didn't vote for Joe and Donald. Or Joe and whoever he ran against. Yeah, Joe and Donald. And I didn't vote for, what was this last one? Donald and Kamala. Yeah. No, man. I don't know too much about it. It's just vote locally, but that's neither here nor there. But that's what you go to. Dog whistling, using words. Yeah, that's what it is. No, it's not. I got great white friends, conservatives. They don't even bash niggas like y'all be bashing niggas. Hell, they co-conspirators. They trying to figure it out with me. How can we make it fair for everybody? And that's what I believe. Um, I believe that about them and their character until they show me otherwise. And that's what it's about. Like his character. Like his character. You would prefer to lie on somebody? You talk crazy about somebody behind their back? You would lie? Well, if you do that to one, you do that to me. So who's the real nigga here? Come on, man. I'm as real as it gets, yo. I'm as real as it gets. But there has to come a time where you step back and look in your mirror and look at your reflection and see, Charlie, you ain't getting no lighter. You ain't gonna never be them. You ain't gonna never be them, Joe. You will never be these white folks, nor their equivalent. You will always be their doormat until you prove them otherwise. Until you prove them otherwise. And you'll know and how they treat you. And I ain't talking about I ain't never been wrong by no white person. No, I'm talking about when you walk in the bank, they pull up a chair and they sit down, they have something waiting for you. They got like a gift or something like, they treat you grand when you walk in the bank. Hey, Mr. Brownlee, how you doing? Because you got that money on up in there. You got the right investments. You know what I mean? How they treat you. Like a king or a queen or a king queen or a queen or whatever you want to be. but they treat you mighty nice, mighty nice. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, those of us who have arrived have to be like the good brother W.E.B. Du Bois in A Talented Tenth, is where you reach back and you pull those worthy of your help and that have shown that they have the desire to do whatever they want to do. You reach back and you grab them and you pull them up. And then they get a few more and they pull them up. But think about it. If now our mindset has changed to anti-black by anti-black by African Americans, and everybody holding niggas got to be accountable, but and the white man, he's perfect, he don't do nothing. We don't never get to where we're going. We're gonna kill ourselves off. Yeah, we gonna knock ourselves off. And it ain't necessarily like physical. It's just, you know what I mean? We're gonna be devoured by the system. And I'll restate, yes, I am for the advancement of colored people, melanated people. It's not a slight on the white man or to say, I hate the white man. I don't. But the things that people who came before me did so I could move around and do the things that I want to do, I'm appreciative to that. They didn't have to do that. We still could have been segregated, drinking out of different water fountains, attacked by dogs, spit on, kicked. Yeah, that's how you want it. But you may have fit right in because you were assimilated. You would assimilate. Oh, let me give way to their system. Their system is right. And as long as nothing's happening to me, it's right. Too bad. Woe to those who didn't take heed and to stand around and watch the genocide of your people. Golly, Joe. What kind of nigga is you? But you know what? Be that. Because again, I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I respect that. I respect that we have that mutual feeling for each other. It's good. I like that. Yeah. I'm no tough guy. I'm no bigger than none of that. But I'm real as hell, yo. I'm super real. It's delusional disorder. You know, y'all quick to put titles on. It's mental illness. Well, you have a mental illness too. Isn't that a coinky dink? You have delusional disorder. For two people who claim to grow up in the inner city of the East Coast, Newark, New Jersey, and wherever you from, Danny. For two people to grow up in the inner city, it's mind-boggling. And I get it. We, because I grew up in the inner city in both cities. And I get it. You see some things, you're like, boy, look, got to do better. You level up, and you're supposed to level up. But I can't forget about where I come from, and even though those areas have changed, the demographics have changed.
The people have changed. That's where I'm from, so that's who I'm going to serve, regardless of color, whatever. I'm gonna serve them people to the best of my ability. But I'm not gonna, I hold black folks accountable. I do. I'm hard on African Americans, hard on them. But I go harder to make sure these laws is right and these policies are right. And I hold everybody's feet to the fire. Care who you are. I'm not gonna you ain't gonna hear me just bash black people, bash back me when we be like, well, what about the Caucasoids? Well, what about the Caucasoids? I don't have to talk about the Caucasoids. I'm gonna talk about the Negroids. I'm gonna talk about the Negroids. Nah, man, to each his own, yo. But it's male bashing and race bashing, but assimilating to a European mindset. Maybe I'm too Chicago for this one, because we don't even draw like that, Joe. At all. At all. It's crazy. Well, man. Yeah, salute to the one person watching, man. I'm about to turn it in. I think it's gonna snow here, man. It's getting cold out here. It is, bro. It's getting cold out here. People are being led by social, emotional crap. People think, anyway, I'm in it right there, man. This shit is crazy. I'm talking about frequency. Crazy.
World is so cold. It's colder than a naked polar bear out here. Yeah, these people done lost it. World's gone crazy. We living in the last days. Ain't no hope. These people on dope. They done lost faith. Taking life for granted. Continuing to play. You better get right. Elohim is on the way. A lot of strange things going on. People around here sleepwalking. Whoa. Jealousy and hate is all I see. Better sweater, protect yourself from the breeze, because it's colder than a naked polar bear out here. These people done lost their minds, Ain't no love for a brother, man, it's rough out here. Gotta flip the switch it up and change it.
All these killings at an all-time high. 1,099 homicides. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Everybody's cutthroat, grimy and gritty. Stuck in a trap like a mouse to cheese. Crabs in the bucket, if I can't, you can.